this would be an enormous win for PowPow if he can pull it out, given the stage and the caliber of player of Bayonetta that he is against right now.
Definitely. And I mean, I don't really know what the PGR value of this tournament is, but I'd guess it's a B tier if anything, based on the talent here. And, you know, it looks like a button check, but, you know, this is the matchup, especially on Smashville. It is going to be so passive at the early game. You're going to see just Bayonetta short hopping around, spinning, looking like a Beyblade, just throwing out those little 0.5% bullets to just force Sonic into the approach.
Yeah, you're going to see a lot of just forcible mid-stage control over Bayonetta, and this is one of the times where basically Sonic is the character where if you have mid-stage control, that doesn't even mean you have stage control, because if Sonic's running circles around you, that's highly problematic. However, Tyroy, as soon as he gets a grab in, or he can get either a side B or an up B on his opponent, he really does know the chains. He's incredible with his combo knowledge, and PowPow will have to see how well he is able to get out of these combos that Tyroy will inevitably bring to the table at some point in the set.
There's a reason why Tyroy is usually referred to as one of the top 5 Bayonettas in the world. Such a talented individual, and, you know, definitely want to, like you were saying, he wants to get the wins here on this big stage, because, you know, outside of Frostbite, he hasn't really attended much in terms of PGR events. I don't think he went to Genesis, did he?
He did go to Genesis. It wasn't the best tournament that he's played, and admittedly so. He's had great showings at tournaments that are similar to this caliber for sure, and he's got quite a few wins against PGR players.
Yeah, definitely. He's no slouch to the grand stage. Now, right, we got to see PowPow. He's got this 50% deficit. What's he going to do to try and get back into this? It's really, like, we've seen Tyroy do a really good job of kind of just calling out the spin dashes from PowPow. And if Sonic's not spin dashing properly, and Bayonetta can get those witch times, it just spells doom. Just getting that one hit of ABK downwards. That back air going to hit. Sends Sonic cross field and gets the kill. Only 98% taken from Tyroy. Gets to utilize a little bit of rage for some potential crazy wonky setups. But, you know, PowPow going to look to end this as soon as he can.
Tyroy, an incredibly skilled player with multiple aspects of his games, particularly character knowledge and neutral play. He was definitely a threat to be this good even before the days of Bayonetta as a Sheik and Meta Knight player.
Definitely, I remember him being one of those terrifying threats back like a few years ago.
Yeah, he was very, very good back in those days as well. And now with Bayonetta, in the right hands, certain characters are just terrifying, and he is certainly one of those. This character suits his playstyle very, very well.
Yeah, he's very read-oriented. He loves to play kind of like at his own pace. Bayonetta exemplifies that style of play.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. He controls the pace of games better than most players anywhere in the world, which explains why he's such a prominent Bayonetta.
Yep.
And right now he's got a big lead here. PowPow doing everything he can to try to come back. Kind of flailing wildly there with the forward smash, trying to force the stock, but he's fishing a little bit. And if you fish against Bayonetta, it's one of the hardest characters on a catch that you will ever play against in a game.
Oh, PowPow, I think he did a really good job of SDI in that second side B to not get killed by the up air. That with the amount of rage that was sitting on Tyroy and the percent you saw PowPow at, that definitely would have killed off the top.
All right, now Tyroy with about 100% lead as he gets the hard hit of back air. Keeps Sonic's percentage crawling up. Tyroy in no rush here, though.
He's got 2 minutes to kill. I mean, he's in the lead. He does not need to approach. And, you know, in this matchup specifically, I mean, there's a lot of other matchups for Sonic and even Bayonetta. This is a slow, grueling set. This matchup is just a grueling one. It's usually not high octane, but it's about picking and choosing your battles and finding the openings that your opponent's going to give you just because they show one little ounce of weakness.
And you have to have the ability to recognize your character's faults, and you have to have the mental strength to continue to play at the highest possible level. Because against a character like Sonic, he's just waiting for the small slip-up, and he'll punish you super hard. Yeah, Bayonetta the same.
Yeah, with the amount of rage that you're seeing PowPow at, you definitely could see a Spring Ride come out and maybe get a kill here.
Meanwhile, Tyroy just has to make sure that he doesn't fish for anything crazy. He knows he has the lead. He just has to continue to play smart. If he can get one small confirm into an up air, it'll almost certainly kill. down air is a possibility, and if he continues to just piece together this damage a little bit, forward throw comes into play as well. There's a lot of options here.
Yeah, and as PowPow sits at 150%, that max rage is almost unlocked. Tyroy's just gonna sit. Oh my God, that scooped him.
I am surprised that scoop. Really smart from PowPow there, getting the damage and not quite gonna kill. I think you heard a little bit of a pop from the crowd in the background. They thought maybe the upset was coming, and it happens again. Hits him with back-to-back smash attacks on the ledge, and PowPow able to steal that first game. Tyroy shaking his head up there on stage, and there were only 40 seconds left on the clock. So I think mentally he was in timeout mode, forgetting that, you know what, one hit can kill, and I can die even though I'm only at 80. PowPow taking full advantage, and he will be up a game, putting Tyroy on his back foot as we go likely to Town and City.
And you always need to remember, when the higher percent you are, the shorter amount of time you get invincibility on the ledge. PowPow recognized that. Tyroy, like you were saying, in timeout mode, not really thinking about certain little instances like that. And PowPow able to capitalize and almost steal game one. He stole it.
Yeah, well, that scoop up smash was incredibly smart. Most people don't even know the properties of that move, to be perfectly honest with you.
That move usually just doesn't get used.
But the forward smash, he caught him. He stone caught him on ledge. So now Tyroy going to have an uphill battle in front of him. Like you said, this is a long, grueling set, and we talked about it the whole game. If you let your guard down at the wrong moment, you can lose a game despite being ahead the entire time, especially in a two-stock formatted game like Smash 4.
Yeah, you can kind of tell the way Tyroy's playing at this early game. Oh my God, the platform.
4 up tilts. All right, able to get out of it from the kill, but a quick, as the neutral B hits 95% at the end of that witch time. That's absurd.
Town and City give it right there, my gosh. Because of him being stuck in witch time, and he doesn't go anywhere because up tilt doesn't have, especially at low percent, does not send really high. And with Town and City's platform just slowly rising up, it was just not going to be a good time for PowPow there. And that 85% unanswered, crazy.
See, that's Tyroy busting out some of the lab tech, because I think he knew what he was going for early to go for a witch time that quick. He jumped to that platform expecting it. And PowPow able to air dodge through the witch time. But Tyroy showing the strangest move in Smash for Wii U. Bayonetta's down air has properties that, of all of the things on all of the characters, that one confuses me the most. Because I've seen that kill at like 35% from center stage before on the crazy hard hitbox. As the third witch time of the game comes through, and Tyroy relentless now.
You can kind of tell this about certain players. When they lose game one, and then when you you go into game two and you see this semi-hyper aggression come out, you can tell they're playing, emotions are on the sleeve, and they're playing to just kill almost. And that's what we're seeing from Tyroy. He is in murder face right now.
And on the other hand, PowPow is looking a little bit taken aback, because now a little bit of the pressure's on you. You're up a game. It becomes your set to lose. That's just the way it works in a best of 3. Like, you have your shot, and PowPow doesn't want to see it slip through his fingers when he has this opportunity. But Tyroy in no mood for any of this as he gets the read, goes all the way up, not quite able to finish the stock. Yeah, putting Sonic up to 92%.
Yeah, really nice use of the spin dash to just cause a lot of shield pressure, and then just like get back to center stage, because PowPow was just being pinpointed on that ledge. There was no way he was going to be getting off unless he found some kind of lucrative way to get out and back onto the center stage.
All right, but here we go again. Tyroy with a decent-sized lead, a little bit sizable as he had last game.
God. We almost saw the second MLG no-scope kill.
Yeah, that stage spike. The stage spike, 100% going to kill, though, after the no-scope attempt.
I love seeing Bayonettas get the bullet art kill, neutral B kills. So good. I feel like when you get that kill, it's just like kind of like an authority, like a stop. You're just like, yeah, get wrecked. Like, I knew where your air dodge habit was going to be right there. I'm going to go for that kill.
Yeah, that's one of those things where a lot of times when you see a Bayonetta go for the neutral B, the opponent will be in the magnifying glass, or at least close to it at the edge of the stage. Yeah. And you can see, like, Bayonetta doesn't just do that move instantly. It's not like a frame 3 move. You see the entire character model turn upside down for her to shoot the bullets, or, you know, do any other of the little Bayonetta gimmicks. So you can see the character about to shoot at you. So it's like a trigger, like, oh, I see her doing that. Air dodge now instead of before. So if you get hit by that, like, it gives away the timing of it. But when it does happen, it is quite satisfying. It is certainly a good air dodge read, and it is free for Bayonetta to throw out. So Tyroy going to take game 2, and we're going to have a game 3 here between these two Midwestern gentlemen.
Yeah, this is going to be really exciting. I'm surprised we actually are seeing Lilat. I know most Sonics despise this stage just for this matchup in specific. Sonic does pretty good here, generally, but against Bayonetta, it's almost like an instantaneous ban. I'm interested to know what we saw as a ban from PowPow, but all right. Or it would have been a ban from Tyroy, actually. Because Tyroy just won that game.
Yes.
I'm interested to see why a Sonic counterpick here then.
PowPow's got some interesting tricks on this stage. Like you said, I wouldn't want to go here as Sonic, especially against a Bayonetta. But maybe he's got some like weird down throw things, or maybe he's planning on making Lilat come to his advantage as opposed to his opponent's. Sometimes if you like this stage, a lot of people out there will say like, oh, I don't like Lilat Cruise, I want it banned. You know, I've had issues with it. But the people who like it swear by it with any character that they play, and they know that it puts those problems of the stage into their opponent's head if it's not in theirs.
Yeah. Tyroy most likely, though, probably banning FD. Doesn't want to give Sonic room to run around at the speed of sound. And, you know, Lilat, you'll take it, especially as Bayonetta.
Yeah, the pick kind of confuses me a little bit. Tyroy doesn't strike me as the type who would be, like, afraid of Lilat, the stage itself. He definitely isn't afraid to play on it. And Bayo gets so much out of the stage. You can up tilt through the platforms, like all 3 of the platforms.
Yeah.
And you can turn that into any combo that you want. It sets up for some really interesting Twitch time things, too.
Oh, that's going to be it?
No, not quite.
I'm surprised. I thought he would go for side B out of the second up B. But the fact that he got Wish Twist 1 definitely set him up for a, if you're a Wisconsin player, almost a heart attack moment. But, you know, PowPow doing phenomenal here in this opening segment of Game 3. That back air going to send Bayonetta quite far off stage, but going to be able to easily recover. But, you know, Bayonetta cannot get caught at the ledge on either side because that Sonic back throw is just looking to end that stock immediately.
We weren't entirely sure why PowPow picked Lilat, but Tyroy has been empty hopping quite a bit, and whenever he does that, it seems like PowPow knows the timing to run specifically under the platforms, and it puts Tyroy almost at a disadvantageous state. So he has been utilizing the stage quite well, as we are very even here in this Game 3. PowPow fishing for a back air, not quite able to get it. Does it again, not quite able to get it again. Tyroy looking for a back air of his own, very likely, as these guys not even getting remotely close to each other.
That back throw should net the kill. Yep. Yeah. That is, like, honestly, for the past, like, 15, 20 seconds, that's all PowPow was doing. He was threatening the back air, but in reality, he was just looking for that one grab. Yeah. You know, Sonic's back throw is so good when you have him at high percent. Because of all the backflips he does, he gets you closer to that ledge, just like he wants you to. But now PowPow in the driver's seat. Could we see one of the biggest PGR upsets of the day?
It is certainly possible here. Up a stock once again. PowPow's game to lose.
Yeah, PowPow is, he doesn't really show it off much, but he actually is kind of an emotional player. He really does play to his feelings, and I can definitely see, like, if he actually took this set, you're going to see some sort of a pop-off from him. And he's normally is like this very respectful player.
Yes. Although there is nothing more hype than a pop-off. The crowd gets into it. Everybody goes nuts. We had a couple of those for Panda Bear earlier as he was beating players. People were popping off for him, and he was just winning round 2 matches.
Exactly. All right.
So back to these guys. Real close here. Up to the magic percent there real quick on Tyroy, but he is still down a stock, so he is kind of letting this get away from him a little bit.
Yeah, this is one of the harder parts of the matchup. When you lose that first stock to Sonic, it's so hard to catch him. Bayonetta does not have the best run speed in the game, and when she's trying to get these, like, when she's trying to do certain approaches, it's pretty telegraphed. Like, let's be real. Every character, when they're really fishing for what they, like, that one setup they're looking for, it's pretty obvious. And, you know, PowPow, so content to just run back and forth around the side of Lilat and just keeping this percent lead growing. Getting out multiple air dodges, trying to just not fall to that bullet arts.
Yeah, PowPow just kind of rapidly air dodging when he came back. Tyroy read the roll, but missed the grab. He missed spaced it by just a little bit. He was going to be looking for the forward throw finisher. Sonic at 150. And
that forward throw should get the kill.
Yeah, but we are down to 1:20 in this game. So a lot can happen, but there is not a lot of time left as PowPow takes the full 5 seconds of the platform invincibility and gets Bayo up to 100%. Tyroy in a real bad spot here.
Yeah.
Now more than ever, this is PowPow set to lose. He's got the biggest lead he's had all day as he charges that forward smash just to make Tyroy run away a little bit, and he winds up converting it into a 27% combo. Back air not
off.
quite.
Ooh. PowPow definitely feeling himself right now, but oh my God.
Oh, the spring to get out.
That was such a good call on the spring. Yeah, sure, like you might go above Bayonetta, but that spring has a hitbox and it's gonna connect with Bayo. 155%, one back throw should do it.
That'll do it. PowPow gets the win. His Wisconsin boys storm the stage as he gets probably the biggest upset of the entire day thus far, taking it 2-1 over Tyroy. Great win from PowPow, incredible fortitude as he went through that incredibly grueling set. All 3 games going to pretty much under 2 minutes to go.
Yeah.
All of them getting real close to the end. They're still storming him over there.
Oh yeah, Wisconsin
is banding together.
Yeah, they have really kind of like come into their own as of late. I would say over the past, like kind of like before Frostbite and post Frostbite, Wisconsin is ready to put their name on the map for Midwest. They are sick and tired of being the little sister to Chicago, Michigan, Ohio. That they're like, it's our time.
That is an enormous win and a statement win to help put Wisconsin on the map at this